All right, let's talk about this. Now, I recorded a video talking about it and I missed some information about this product, but I don't know if you can tell, but I got a smile on my face because Dark Horse did something that is friggin' awesome. Now, if you don't remember, a little while ago, I might as well bring up the images of it, but a little while ago, I did a video talking about the first Dark Horse statue, which was Ellie with the bow and arrow. And this was a bigger one. Oh man, I like that base now that I'm looking at it again. And the pre-orders, it was a limited one, and the pre-orders sold out really quick. And what happens in that case is if you ever wanted to get it after the fact, those resellers are going to gouge you. You're going to pay, especially with The Last of Us. It's going to be like double. However, Dark Horse at least had some mercy. And if you have the funds now, because what happens, or I should say why it's a little different, most places allow you to pay when they're starting to ship, when the items come in from the factories and they start shipping, when they're processing your order. However, Dark Horse Direct for these Ellie statues, you pay when you pre-order it, and it doesn't release for a few months. So a lot of people, a lot of us have things going on. I talk about on this channel. I recently had a move where we had to sink in, a few thousand into the apartment that almost crippled me because then the car blew up like 2 weeks later. So a lot of people are in a situation where it's like, listen, I gotta chill for a few months. I don't know what you're talking about. So having to pay like right now, it's a bit of a sting. But Dark Horse, it says here, after overwhelming demand for our previous limited edition Ellie statue, which sold out in like 10 minutes, I shit you not, this production run will be limited to the number of pre-orders received, only available through this website, and I'll put the link below in the description and then in the comment section, Dark Horse Direct. Pre-orders, and here's the best part, pre-orders will be available until March 13th, 2020. So that gives you 1 month. 1 month from today, roundabout. I think it's 1 month. Pretty sure. Close enough. Around 30 days. Make sure to secure one for yourself and share with your friends before it's too late. Now, we'll go over the product details and the images, but this is friggin' awesome. Back to what I was saying. A lot of fans just kind of in that mode where they need a little wiggle room to make the payments. And I know it's not much. I know a month is still not much, especially if the date you get paid is like kind of right around, you know what I mean? Iffy, because some people still get paid, well, a lot of people get paid once a month, so they got to budget their thing pretty good. However, a month is better than whenever it sells out limited to today, because then resellers jump all over it. It's limited to 2, and since it's a pre-order fill, that's at least a little easier on the community. And again, that is because of the resellers. Now, here's some images of Ellie. Instead of having the bow and arrow, she's got the machete in this like power stance. This is a smaller, more affordable statue. The other one was about $180. The only little con is probably this print work that they have on the tattoo. I will say, though, I've been around a few statues up close, especially with a camera, the way they're taking these photos for the details, and the way they got a heavy light on it. When you have it on your shelf in your living room lighting or whatever game room or man cave or woman cave, whatever you got going on, you're probably not going to notice that the way it's lit up there. But that's probably one of the only little cons. Backpack looks cool. Looks like the one we've been seeing promoted for the game. You got some bow and arrows sticking out of it. The base has a 6.5 inch diameter. The base kind of looks about as tall as her, so I would imagine the figure itself is around 8 inches, give or take. And where was that one? She's got the cut on, the cut here or injury, the blood leaking down on her face, the bloody little blade, and the base with the terrain. You got the rocks, and I hope they color it as best they can to this prototype because I love that the difference differentiation. I've been screwing up that word like crazy lately. I love the difference between the rocks and the ground. A lot of other places, or I should say, recently I've been noticing some places have been just taking the easy way out and doing limited colors down there, maybe making the rocks a little too, dirt colored. So I love how they pop from the dirt and then a little bit of green in there. Here's some pieces of wood it looks like, and see the cracked rock here with some of the green. I'll move my Jason Voorhees cursor. But I'm digging this stance again, that power stance, the arrows, the machete, the blood, even some blood back here on the back of her arm. I'm liking this. I'm just kind of getting a view, and we're going to go over the production information now. Yeah, some blood on the back of the arm here. See how her tat looks really good right here? Again, when you zoom in close and you get that different hairstyle, kind of like Tess from Last of Us Part 1. Yes, I'm digging this statue. This is cool. And the paint and some of the resin is going to be a bit soft on some of the finer parts, because if it was too fine, it's just going to chip, break, or be destroyed or whatever. So that's why you see some of the threading here is a bit thick. And I call it soft because it is. And the paint work is done by Gentle Giant. That's down here in the production information. And Gentle Giant, unfortunately, they make some good stuff, but when it comes to paint work and stuff, I just feel like they do too soft of a job. It's not as fine and grit and detailed. But I think this statue, for the price point, it's hitting. Now, what's included? The Last of Us Part 2 Ellie with Machete statuette. It's a 6.5-inch round terrain base with The Last of Us Part 2 logo. And that's the... Let me see that. So that logo is coming up off the base a bit, huh? Or indented. And certificate of authenticity. Additional details and dimensions. Edition size limited to pre-orders. Pre-order cutoff date is March 13th, 2020. Expected to ship June to September 2020. Order limit to 2 per customer. It's poly resin. It's sculpted by Naughty Dog. It's painted by Gentle Giant Studios, and the product packaging size is 12 inches. Wow, you know what? I screwed that. It's a good thing I'm making a new video because I screwed that up, and I was like, if the base is 6 inches, how the hell is she 12 inches? Because she does not look twice as tall as the base. This is the packaging size, so it is 12 inches and then 10 inches wide and 10 inches deep. All right, that makes sense. So there's some room around there for Ellie and the base and the styrofoam and all that. That makes a lot more sense the way I read it now. And it's a 9-pound weight if you're getting shipping. Now, shipping is not included. So it's $100 plus shipping. And if you go to the pre-order and click it, again, you're going to pay now. You can pay by credit card, I believe, or you can pay by PayPal, which is great. 2 items in the bag. I don't know what that means. Oh, whoa. Why would it say... Huh. So just double check that. For some reason it put 2 in the back. I think that's because I looked at this to see what it would say. And I would imagine when you go to checkout, it'll go over the shipping information. So just check that. See, prices not include shipping rates. Now, there is 1 month here. I'm going to try my best to shift some funds around. We'll mention this a few times during some gaming streams coming up on this channel. And I'm going to do my best to try to earmark some funds and some donos that come in to put towards this statue so we can review it. If I just, happen to not be able to cop it, because like I said, I love this freaking thing. I'm at a point where I need to stay responsible just because the move took a hard hit. What I will say is, if there's anyone in the map family that's copping it, in the map mob, by that time when it releases, if you want to send in a little video, clear up close or images, we can do kind of a showcase. And that goes for this one and the bigger one. The bigger one, I know without a shadow of a doubt, there's no way I'm getting it now. It was limited, and now the price is way too high. It's just way too high. So even if you guys are getting it, reach out to me. Get my email, send in some images and some videos, and we can do a Last of Us Collectors kind of roundup video doing a little review. But I will do my best to try to get this in hand and to show this off. This one especially I feel is a little more affordable. The pre-order's open for a month, which mad props on Dark Horse. Business wise, that was smart because now you got a second statue on the market for collectors. You're likely going to get people buying the first one that are going to buy this one all the same. I already have the collector's edition on pre-order, so that means this having a very similar base will likely match with that collector's edition almost perfectly. I wonder if I did have the collector's edition images up here as well. Yeah, you have the collector's edition with Ellie. Here's an example of the old and then the new one. So it does have a very similar base with The Last of Us Part 2, and then round base similar to this one here. That's going to look cool together. I would imagine if you had the big statue, this one here, and then the one that comes with the collector's edition, which is bigger than this statue. Keep in mind, the collector's edition is like 12 inches tall or some shit like that. So it would probably be the Ellie with bow, collector's edition, and then this little one, so that way it went in order from tallest to shortest. But that would be a really cool setup on your Last of Us display. So I want to throw this out there for Last of Us fans. You got 1 month. Do what you got to do if you're interested, and hop on this, man, because damn, that's cool of them to do that. It's smart business-wise. If you're going to get it, if you are interested, I would love to hear your thoughts below. Even if you're like, listen, I love Ellie, but man, the painting's too soft, or the resin, or the look, or the details, or whatever it is. Thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.